But there's a real belief at Parkhead, with the gap at the top just 1 point. Belief is something which appears to be sadly missing at Easter Road, though. After a cup exit and demonstrations against the manager, Hibs had a point to prove at Celtic Park. Commentator Jerry McNee.
Celtic's team almost picks itself these days, and the most significant factor is that Andreas Thom, who makes them tick, is back from injury. Hibs make 3 changes after their Scottish Cup exit, with Joe Tortolano, Chris Jackson and Keith Wright out, and places for Joe McLaughlin, Willie Miller and Kevin Harper. Tom Boyd is an old Celtic hand now into his 5th season here. He's been ever present this season, and today is his 33rd consecutive game. It's debut day for the experienced Joe McLaughlin, formerly of Morton, Chelsea, Charlton, Watford and Falkirk. David Hay wanted him for Celtic in 1986, but the then board refused him the cash. The referee is Sandy Roy from Aberdeen. Kevin Harper and Darren Jackson start the match. Big noisy crowd here at Parkhead. And Celtic go into the game unbeaten in the last 20 domestic matches, 19 in the league. They've won 14 and drawn 6 of those 20 games. Last defeat by Rangers here on September the 30th. Hibs, on the other hand, have been going through a sticky spell, and they've failed to win on the last 6 visits to meet Celtic in Glasgow. Their last victory way back in September 1992. So Alec Miller and his men have their work cut out for them this afternoon. Hughes gets the better of Jackson there. It's returned by Love. Now it's McNamara, miscue by him. Let's give the away by Darren Jackson. McStay pounds quickly. Celtic have the throw. And it was Andy Milne who did well there to make the challenge, because there was a break on for Andreas Thom. Played through, looking for Van Hooijdonk, and Leighton just manages to block that one, but the defence, the Hibs defence, well, really struggling. David Farrell has been playing in spare just behind the 2 markers, and he really lost that one. Here's Andreas Thom, and again it's Leighton. Still Celtic have it. Simon Donnelly's there, and so too is Jackie McNamara, and Celtic have the corner kick. That really gets the crowd going. Hughes sending that one forward. Van Hooijdonk drops in behind Donnelly though. Picks up the play for Celtic. It's given away by Andreas Thom. McAllister pounced quickly, but McStay was there. And Celtic have the throw. Long clearance from Hughes. This is McLaughlin. O'Neill snips it away from Grant, but Collins gets a touch. Grant's well forward. Through now looking for Andreas Thom. It's not a bad ball. Thom does well against McLaughlin. Sends the ball straight into the arms of Jim Leighton. But Peter Grant did ever so well to get that ball through, and Thom there just nipped it away from McLaughlin, but shot straight at the goalkeeper. That's Darren Jackson. Forced to backtrack, does well though. Played through by Mitchell. Touched by Harper. Andy Milne tries to pick him out again, but Boyd's there. But, the referee awards a free kick to Hibernian. Looked so the return pass was just a bit short, but certainly Boyd caught the Hibernian striker, who now requires some treatment. And happily for Hibs, Harper is leaving the field. So with Harper off. Hibs are waiting to make the change. Keith Wright is ready to come on. This is Donnelly. It's touched by Tom. Donnelly again. Collins starts a run. Touched by Collins. It's Donnelly. Well taken again by Leighton, but delightful play there by Simon Donnelly. Andreas Tom began it all with a lovely touch to Donnelly. He picked out Collins, lovely touch by him in turn, and then the shot by Simon Donnelly. This is Boyd, leaving it to McStay. Hibs closing down the space in midfield. It's played through though. Van Hooijdonk. Collins. Now it's Tom. Tosh McKinlay runs in support. Still it's Tom. Collins. And Van Hooijdonk almost got in there, but once again it was Farrell to the rescue for Hibernian. Farrell sitting just in behind the markers and doing an excellent job so far. This is Boyd. Hooijdonk, McStay, Donnelly, Van Hooijdonk. Good first touches by Celtic now. McStay, Donnelly again. McNamara does well to swing in the cross. This is Andreas Tom. But, Willie Miller stood well up to that situation. Here's Collins. Tom. No ball in there, but handball against Simon Donnelly. Free kick awarded to Hibernian with 25 minutes gone. It was Andreas Tom who sent the ball in, and there was a use of a hand there by Simon Donnelly. Touched by Boyd for Celtic. Peter Grant was shot with that one, but still Celtic keep possession. It's McKinlay. Looking for Van Hooijdonk. McKinlay again. Swinging in the cross, it's a good one. And Leighton was at full stretch there to claw that one away. It was a dangerous ball. Hibs content in this first half to sit kind of deep and tight. And they're certainly not getting enough players forward to give the Celtic defence problems. Just hoping to pick up the odd set piece. Celtic are making most of the running. So far Jim Leighton has produced the saves. It's just kept in play by John Collins. And that's a free kick. Willie Miller is not a happy man, but Celtic have the free kick. Not that far from goal. So perhaps a chance of the breakthrough here. Jim Leighton, who will celebrate his 38th birthday this coming July, gets things organised. He's played in every game this season. He'll be called upon here. Well, he could just look on at that one as it clipped the base of the post. He could do absolutely nothing about it. A great effort from Pierre Van Hooijdonk. Leighton was rooted. Mind you, there was a deflection. And it came off the base of the post. So Darren Jackson for Hibs. He's lucky to get away with that one. It's picked up now by Love. Long one forward for Keith Wright to chase. Through now again to Keith Wright. Darren Jackson's in the middle, a real chance here, and Hibernian take the lead. 35 minutes gone, and that was Kevin McAllister who started all of that, playing the ball through to Keith Wright, and there was Darren Jackson to pick up his 11th goal of the season. Well, just when it looked as though Celtic were getting the upper hand, it was Kevin McAllister who played that through to Keith Wright. Darren Jackson had all the time in the world to pick his spot. and it's Celtic 0, Hibernian 1. And Darren Jackson takes a salute of the Hibernian fans. Gordon Marshall is about to be booked, talking out of turn to the referee as John Hughes is on the ground. Yellow card shown to the Celtic keeper. He was absolutely furious there, running out towards the referee. Hughes had gone in to make a challenge on Keith Wright. Marshall wasn't happy with the outcome of that. And he certainly feels aggrieved. He's now looking out angrily towards the linesman. Referee checks his watch. There was a stoppage for the injury to Kevin Harper. Another check by Sandy Roy. The Celtic trying to get forward. And the whistle sounds. So Celtic had most of the first half play, but it was Darren Jackson after 35 minutes who gave Hibs the lead. McAllister started the move, a nice ball through to Keith Wright. He sent it into the path of Jackson, who picked his spot beyond Gordon Marshall. The half-time score here at Parkhead is Celtic 0, Hibernian 1. So it's Peter Grant who starts the second half for Celtic, and no doubt Tommy Burns had plenty to say to his players at half-time. They'll be well wound up for these opening stages. And there's Peter Grant pushing forward. But Hibs defended well in that first half. They were always going to depend on a break forward or a set piece, and it was a break that brought them a goal, albeit in controversial circumstances where Hughes felt aggrieved. He'd been fouled by the man on the ball at the moment, Keith Wright, who provided the pass for Darren Jackson to score. So it'll be interesting to see how Celtic approach these opening moments. That's good running by Simon Donnelly, but the cutback failed to reach Van Hooijdonk and was swept away by Andy Milne. Good running by Simon Donnelly. Celtic are applying the pressure right away. Again, Hibs defending well, and they'll continue to depend on catching Celtic on the break. So McStay playing it through. Claims there that Van Hooijdonk was being held, but the referee waves away those appeals. It was Paul McStay who sent the ball through. It was missed completely by Love, and McLaughlin there tangling with Van Hooijdonk. This is Andreas Thom flipping in a good ball, and it's Willie Miller who sends it behind for the corner. Meanwhile, McNamara is back on his feet. But, Willie Miller sending that ball clear. Crowd getting right behind the team as Tom delivers the cross. This is Collins trying to find an opening. Paul McStay drives one in. Paul McStay is still waiting for his first goal of the season. Certainly get plenty of power in that one. Collins, McStay, McNamara calls for it, drives one in. It's a good effort and well taken by Jim Leighton. Well, McNamara scored a splendid goal against Hibs at Easter Road just before the turn of the year. That one was dipping and difficult for the goalkeeper, but Jim Leighton did well. There's Darren Jackson. McAllister. Now it's Miller. Good to see him back after his lengthy injury. And that's good play by Keith Wright. And it's McNamara who comes across to retrieve the situation. Well, Wright stepped away quite easily there from John Hughes. And it was McNamara who provided the cover. There's Donnelly. Good play by Donnelly. McNamara. Leighton at full stretch, just gets the ball away from the head of John Collins, who's taken a hefty knock there, and the goalkeeper's on the deck as well. Well, the goalkeeper's on the ground, and he has to stop the game now because the player has taken a knock to the head. As Leighton come out for that one and got the ball away, there was a real clash. Collins seemed to get the worst of it. Leighton keeping his eye on the ball all the way, out for that one, and then a clash of heads. And the referee actually should have stopped the play there. He let it go on, and then he reacted. There was absolutely no doubt that John Collins had taken a knock to the head, and he's leaving the field. The blood streaming from a wound. It was a long upward ball for Jim Leighton. He kept his eye on it all the way, and as he managed to get it clear, there was a sickening collision between the Hibs goalkeeper and the Celtic midfielder. Clash of heads. That really is a bad one. And Hibs, like Celtic, have opted for outfield players on the bench this afternoon. This is an anxious moment for Alec Miller. Tony Burns looks on anxiously as well, but it's Alec Miller who's got a lot of thinking to do here. Darren Jackson comes over. The most anxious thing here is about the condition of Jim Leighton, the man who's played in every game for Hibs this season and also last season. He's been such a splendid player for them. And this really is a sad sight. Well, Darren Jackson has decided he's the man who'll go in, the man who gave Hibs the lead in this match, the man who put them ahead, will now have the task of keeping them in this game. And there's an anxious manager. John Collins, meanwhile, is waved back onto the field. So he takes his time about things. In fact, the referee had signalled to Jim Leighton on a couple of occasions before his injury that he better speed up at goal kicks and the like. I would imagine that there'll be a fair bit of time to be added on to this match. Still Hibs lead by 1-0. Every high ball at this will be a danger. And there you see the goalkeeper fumble it. Van Hooijdonk scores. 59 minutes gone and Celtic get the equaliser. And Hibs pay the penalty for the loss of the goalkeeper, and they pay the penalty for not having a goalkeeper on the bench because it was a fairly harmless high ball. Darren Jackson failed to gather it. Andreas Thom then simply knocked it into the path of Pierre Van Hooijdonk, and just a matter then of side-footing it into the back of the net. It's Celtic 1, Hibernian 1. They've struggled to get it away. That's McLaughlin. Leighton is down on the track side, and the referee is coming across. But the referee doesn't look happy with matters. Meanwhile, Darren Jackson has removed the goalkeeper's jersey. Well, it really is turning into a strange old afternoon. Well, the referee is restarting the game and there's no goalkeeper. Well, this is quite remarkable. Leighton's on the field. Jackson is running to get the goalkeeper's jersey. This is an absolute farce. And now the referee is running over to the linesman on the far side. Well, really, the official has lost the place here completely. He should just have stopped everything. I mean, we had the remarkable sight there of Darren Jackson running across the field to pick up the jersey, which was lying there, the goalkeeper's jersey. Leighton was actually on the park. Play was going on. There was nobody in the Hibernian goal. really is. It's turned now from drama to high farce. Well, Jackson has the jersey back on now. We've got two goalkeepers. And now Leighton is being allowed back onto the field. Well, I've never seen anything like this. I just wonder if this will move the football authorities to have a rethink on substitutions. For many years in cup ties, it was unfair if a team lost a goalkeeper because there was no way back. Then they get the chance to have a sub-goalkeeper, but in a league game, managers fancy the fact they can have three outfield players for their tactical battle, and they tend to opt for that. And it's given us a set of circumstances here this afternoon which have been remarkable. But here comes Celtic again. It's Van Hooijdonk, and that was well blocked by Andy Milne. This is Donnelly. It's laid off now to McNamara. Play by McNamara into the side netting. So the ball driven in there, and meanwhile, as we watch that replay, the referee again has been checking Jim Leighton. Referees have strict instructions if there is any sign of blood that the player has to leave the field. The Hibs physio comes on again. But really, this match now has developed into an absolute farce, and you wonder if the players can get their concentration back. Paul McStay's in there making a point. You do want to see Hibs have their goalkeeper back, but there's also the fact that Celtic are chasing a very dramatic championship here as well, and there's got to be fairness shown to their players. So many interruptions, it helps no one. It's a long ball now for Keith Wright to chase. He's got a lot of work to do here though. So I've got plenty of players in position. Here's Van Hooijdonk, that's a good ball, through to Simon Donnelly. Tom's through the middle, Peter Grant running his support. Van Hooijdonk's there as well, Collins is arriving. Here's Collins. Trying the shot. Breaks away now to Tosh McKinlay. McKinlay doing well to get in the cross. Once again, it's David Farrell who's there. It's returned by Grant, it's Paul McStay! That's a wonderful goal by the Celtic captain. McStay gets his first goal of the season. What an important one it might turn out to be. Jim Leighton got his hand to the ball, but because of the power of the shot, he couldn't keep it out. It was nicely played on there by Peter Grant. What a shot by McStay. Leighton got a touch on it. The ball went into the roof of the net. It's Celtic 2, Hibernian 1. 67 minutes gone, and Paul McStay dramatically gives Celtic the lead. This is Simon Donnelly. That's McStay. Collins, Tosh McKinley's on a run. Collins cuts inside here though, tries a shot, and it's a good effort and a good save. Well, Collins on the right foot, and Leighton did well with that one. Here's McKinlay. Collins, McKinlay again. Now it's Tom. And Hibs have the throw. Farrell caught there by Peter Grant. It's Van Hooijdonk. McStay gets through again, and it's just over the top. Well, Van Hooijdonk put the ball through. It broke for McStay against Farrell. He got the touch over Leighton. And it dipped just over the bar. Well, 2 goals in one game might just have been too much. Paul McStay. McNamara. Simon Donnelly. Donnelly does well, but he's passed towards Van Hooijdonk. Was cut out there at the last moment by Andy Milne. There's applause there from Van Hooijdonk for Donnelly's efforts. It's Donnelly again. Nice turn by him. Good play by Donnelly. Still it's Donnelly. It's Van Hooijdonk. And he drags it right across the face of goal. There was a deflection. The referee points out towards the corner flag. It was brilliant play by Simon Donnelly. And against all the odds, he managed to keep the ball in play, get it back. And the ball was deflected behind for the corner. We're up now for 9 minutes of stoppage time. And this is what Celtic have got to guard against. And it's McNamara who comes back to provide some cover as John Hughes got into difficulties. All eyes on the referee. Was taken by McStay. And the whistle sounds at the end of a bizarre afternoon here at Parkhead. But for Celtic, well, that's him unbeaten in 10 consecutive Premier League games here at Parkhead. It's 21 domestic games unbeaten, and Paul McStay there, the man who scored the winning goal after 67 minutes. Peter Grant headed the ball into his path, and McStay hit a tremendous shot. Jim Leighton got a hand to it, but couldn't keep it out. The final score here at Parkhead is Celtic 2, Hibernian 1.
Yes, so Celtic keep up the pressure on Rangers. Hibs going well, and
We just don't